Hi guys, I wanted to tackle another common concern, not really a concern, but a question. Pardon the laryngitis, have a little bit of voice crackling. A question that has come up, and that is, how did you get to this point of being able to move in with your ex? It's such a crazy story. And really, if you've watched my videos, you know that I am a Christian and I have a really strong faith. And so I thank God for this entire 5 years of everything that we have gone through and the healing that we've done and how we've come to this point. Because I honestly 100% believe without God, it never ever would have happened. We were by no means immune from the whole divorce process. It was absolutely brutal, as I'm sure as the millions of people that have gone through a divorce know. We were by no means bypassed in this process. It was extremely painful, as millions can relate to. It was a horrible process. It was brutal. I went from absolutely hating, and I hate to use that word, I have never disliked another human being so much. I went from extreme sadness, literally fetal position and all on the bathroom floor night after night after night, which I thought would never end. So anyway, how did I get to this point? God got me through. And God has done so much healing in both of our lives. And I can tell you that in the beginning, my ex-husband did seem to start dating a little bit pretty quickly. And not only a difficult thing to know in your mind that your husband is probably dating, but to actually witness it right next door and in front of your children is absolutely brutal. It's the most horrible thing. I don't know if that's worse than the whole divorce process. Actually seeing another woman take your place is is beyond anything that I ever thought I would have to go through. I was fiercely in love with him, and when he left, I was in love with him. It's just, not knowing how to make it work and what to do to fix the situation. But I can tell you that I prayed and prayed and prayed night after night after night for God to restore this marriage and to help us get back what we had. But that wasn't in God's plan. And that brings up a whole different topic of God hating divorce and all of that. But through the years, I got a pretty strong confirmation that this was not the man for me. And I can explain that in further videos. But so my praying went from absolute begging God to restore this marriage to finally being able to accept that probably wasn't going to happen, and then really just asking God to take, those feelings away that I had for my ex-husband. And I mean, it was really consuming my life. So I asked him to take those feelings away if it weren't meant to be, and he did. So when women would come into my ex-husband's life, I definitely would pray for those women to disappear because I wanted the restoration. But further down the line, it became more prayers about God putting people in his life that would benefit me and my children. And in that, I mean that they would be a very good fit for my daughter, and that we could somehow find peace, and that the next woman would help us find that peace. So I did a lot of praying for that, just that God would continuously put this hedge of protection around my family in whatever capacity he saw. And so I prayed so much, you guys. You have no idea how much I prayed for just God to continuously put this hedge of protection around my family, to protect us and to protect us from the people that entered this broken family unit, that they would basically benefit all of us. And that they would be a blessing. So I have seen a few women come and go, and I can only thank God that they weren't a good fit for this weird family dynamic that we have. But I just want you guys to know that I went from absolutely disliking him so much, not wanting him around me. We live next door. I would come in the back way so he wouldn't see me when I was coming in, so I could hide and, not have to have any kind of contact, or basically if I didn't see him, he wasn't there. So I kind of protected myself that way for a really, really long time. I mean, basically just the sound of his name would make my stomach turn, and it was like that for years. It's just a ton of prayer and praying to God to somehow heal me, heal my heart, and to somehow put peace between us. And he absolutely has done that. God has absolutely put peace between my ex-husband and I. And, I knew that my ex-husband was going to be moving out soon and that he was going to be buying a house. And it really did make me sick. It made me sick to my stomach that I would be, another divorced person seeing, my daughter every other week, and it made me sick inside. And I did a lot of praying, and I just asked God to please again put that hedge of protection around our family, and to just show me how to deal with this, and just be the center of this family, and find a way. And when my ex-husband finally decided that he was very serious about buying a home, there really was no question. It wasn't really, he asked us, or he didn't ask me, do you want to move in? Do you want to be, my roommate? It was like the decision was already made. And I really believe that God has put that in our hearts, that it wasn't even something to be considered. It was going to happen. And so he started looking, and we looked with him, and it went from there. And I just feel so much peace about this. I feel like it's really going to work. And I know that there's going to be obstacles, and there's, going to be problems, and there's going to be adjusting. There's going to be a huge, huge adjustment. But I know that this is going to be a blessing for my children. And if we can pull this off, I believe that it's going to benefit them, and just kind of make our broken family not so broken. And that I'm so thankful for. So that's how I've done it, through a ton of prayer. Pray, and just continuously ask God to be the center of your life, the center of your relationships, the center of your family. And you can't go wrong. You can never go wrong with God. He's always there. He's always protecting us. He always wants the best for us. And I believe that's how I got to this point, from hatred to a heart that can forgive, and a heart that is hungry for God. How can you fail? So I'm going to wrap it up for now. My voice is almost gone. So God bless, guys.